starting.
All right, let's take
You
our
are now
places.
live.
Let's take our places.
She left. There you go. I am locating the post. Yeah, there you go. Ivan Styles, we're here. We are too now.
We are two now.
We were having a little trouble, but I have to set this down for just a second. Pat Byrne is here. Hi,
Hello,
George.
Pat.
And hi, Ivan. Good to
And hello,
have you
Ivan,
guys.
Nancy. Hope you all are staying warm.
Dog, I'm going to set my dog. Here, you come get on. Come over here. Come on.
Okay.
That's a good girl.
We are a little late this afternoon. We apologize for that. Just one of those things that
Hillary.
is becoming standard operation for Facebook these days.
Hillary is here.
Hello, Hillary.
She said, I'm here too. Where are you, George? Well, hi. We are here now.
We are.
And Pat said, hi, George, and then also, and your wife. And then he says, how are you doing? And bad storm here. Oh, dear.
dear.
I hate to hear that. And Bob Hale is here. We are watching here in England, Bob and Bren. Good
Should
to
that
have you.
mic be down like that, or should it be up? Well, Bob, it's real good to see you.
Okay. More like that.
You and Brenda, yeah, that's better.
Okay. Pat says in Ireland, and so it's storming there. Oh,
Yes,
dear.
yes, it's storming over there.
We had a really bad one. Was it Thursday? Come
Something
through
like
here?
that.
I believe it was Thursday.
What time is it?
Well, let's see. I'll turn the clock around where I can actually read it. Oh no!
Okay.
Do not leave these things in my hands.
That's okay. So we'll go to
Okay.
about 3:20, since we were late.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa. Knocking my own mic around terribly. Sorry. Okay. Yes.
All right.
Pat said OC.
We're a little bit late because Facebook would not let me enter the title to this
And you have to
live
have
stream,
it.
and you have to have it. And
Right.
it wouldn't. I couldn't enter the title, and I couldn't go live without the title.
Right.
And Lynn tried with the mouse and everything, and finally they relented and allowed me to enter the title.
Yes.
I hope that some of the people who requested this will show up. They might forget, based on the topic.
Good.
You just never know.
I'm liking
I-
the comments. That's what I'm doing.
Good. I didn't know that quite so many people watch this show. As I knew of a couple who indulged, but I've had a bunch of requests to do this show. So,
Laughing face going up. Ha ha face. To put my microphone.
let me grab a little something to drink, and we will begin the begin, as they say.
Yes.
And want to thank Facebook for finally letting me enter a title to my show.
Yes.
It's just darn nice of you. The title of this show is Let's Get High. And apparently there's some closet stoners out there who have, through various means, including private messages and emails and comments and things, requested this.
Yes.
So that's what today's topic is, getting high. So if you're so inclined, go right ahead. We're going to start out with a tune that was written and recorded by Arlo Guthrie, called Coming Into Los Angeles. It's called Coming Into Los Angeles. Coming in from London from over the pole, flying in a big airliner, chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Could we ever feel much finer? Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Yeah, there's a guy with a ticket to Mexico. No, he couldn't look much stranger. Walking in the hall with his things and all, smiling said he was the Lone Ranger. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Hip woman walking on the moving floor, tripping on the escalator. There's a man in the line and she's blowing his mind, thinking that he's already made her. Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Coming in from London from over the pole, flying in a big airliner, chickens flying everywhere around the plane. Could we ever feel much finer? Coming into Los Angeles, bringing in a couple of keys. Don't touch my bags if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Yeah, all right. Made it.
Yes. Nan is here. Nancy
Hello, Nan.
Beatty. She said,
Thanks for
"Hi."
coming.
A little late, but here now. Well, we were late.
Well, we were a little late ourselves, so you didn't miss anything.
I think your mic needs to move a little closer to you.
I think you're probably right.
Also, it is kind of in my way. There. Let's see if that works. There. Does that seem better? I think it'll sound better.
I think so, too.
I think that's it.
All right. Let's see.
Well, good to have you come by.
Yes,
and
Nan,
see
thanks
us.
for coming by. Good to see you. We'll see how many other people persist and maybe drop in a little later.
Yeah. Well, like we were late too.
We were delayed, too, so.
John Wendling is here.
Hello,
Hi,
John.
Allentown, Pennsylvania, where we just had a snow squall blow through.
Oh, no.
My.
Yeah, you and Ivan are experiencing some wintry weather up there.
Yes.
Let's see what we have next. Anyway, it's good to see you, John. Haven't seen you for a little while. Here's a song written by John C. Dawson and recorded by the New Riders of the Purple Sage, called Henry's Ride. Every year along about this time it all goes dry. Nothing round for love or money that'll get you high. Henry got wow. I must have been riding with Henry there. Every year along about this time it all goes dry. Nothing round for love or money that'll get you high. Henry got pissed off and said he'd run to Mexico, see if he could come back hauling 20 keys of gold. Now the road to Acapulco is very hard indeed, and it isn't any better if you haven't any weed. Henry's driving hard and straight on twisty mountain roads, 50 people waiting back at home for Henry's load. And now he's rolling down the mountain going fast, 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 and if he blows it, this one's gonna be his last. Went to Acapulco to turn the golden keys. Henry, keep your brakes on for this corner if you please. Henry got to Mexico and turned his truck around. He was talking with a man who has it growing from the ground. Henry tasted, he got wasted, couldn't even see. How he's gonna drive like that is not too clear to me. Now he's rolling down the mountain going fast, 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 and if he blows it, this one's gonna be his last. Went to Acapulco to turn the golden keys. Henry, keep your brakes on for this corner if you please. Sunday afternoon, Tijuana is a lovely town. The bullfight brings the tourists and their money flowing down. Border guards are much too busy there at 5 o'clock. Henry's trucking right on through and hardly even stop. And now he's rolling down the mountain going fast, 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 and if he blows it, this one's gonna be his last. Went to Acapulco to turn the golden keys. Henry, keep your brakes on for this corner if you please.
Yes.
You might want to step out during the next tune and get a hold of Amber and make sure she was able to do the shares.
Oh.
Because we weren't there when she expected us to be.
Okay. I have just a couple of comments.
All right.
Ivan said, it just started snowing here, and John came back and said, nice to see you both also. And we have likes going up.
Oh, thank you all.
So, yes,
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Yeah, go ahead and
So,
go ahead.
I'm not going to miss one that I haven't heard, I hope.
The next one is called Roll Your Own.
Oh.
Okay. And it was written by M.C. Daniel and Mel Houston, and it was recorded by Hoyt Axton. And as we said, it's called Roll Your Own. Roll your own. If you don't like the way that they make 'em in the city, 'cause they taste too strong and the dang paper ain't pretty, roll your own. Roll your own. You'll leave the ready rolls behind when you finally find the roll your own. There's the raspberry, strawberry, pretty red wine. Besides tasting good, you're gonna have a nice time. Roll your own. Roll your own. You're gonna have a nice time, I ain't lying. Roll your own. Well, the first time you try it, you're gonna cuss and shout, 'cause the paper keeps tearing and the stuffing falls out. But don't give up, 'cause after a while you'll be smoking right on with a big old smile. Roll your own, roll your own. When you finally get the hang of rolling your own, you'll want to share it with a friend, let him pass it along. Roll your own, roll your own. You won't smoke so dang much when you finally get the touch. Roll your own. You'll leave the ready roll behind when you finally find. Roll your own.
I like that one.
Did you get her?
Yep,
Okay.
all is well.
All right, great. Yeah, I hadn't heard that one for a long time. And
I got like from Ivan.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. This is a song that was written and recorded by Shel Silverstein. And it's called I Got Stoned and I Missed It. I was sitting in my basement. I just rolled myself a taste of something green and gold and glorious to get me through the day. When my friend yelled through my transom, "Grab your coat and get your hat, son. There's a nut down on the corner giving dollar bills away." But I sat around a bit and then had another hit and then rolled myself a bomber. Thought about my mama, loafed around, fooled around, played around a while, and then I got stoned and I missed it. I got stoned and I missed it. I got stoned and it rolled right by. I got stoned and I missed it. I got stoned and I missed it. I got stoned. Oh me, oh my. It took 7 months of urging just to get the local virgin with a sweet face up to my place to fool around a bit. The next day she woke up rosy and she snuggled up so cozy. When she asked me how I'd liked it, Lord, it hurt me to admit I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and it rolled right by. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned. Oh me, oh my. Now I ain't making no excuses for the many things I uses just to sweeten my relationships and brighten up my day. When my earthly race is over and I'm ready for the clover, when they ask me how my life has been, I guess I'll have to say I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned It rolled right by. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned and I missed it. I was stoned. Oh me, oh my.
Hey, we got a few folk here.
Oh, good.
Ziggy harped us.
Thanks for trying again, Ziggy. We were delayed.
The Karen Terrell,
Hoffman?
yes, the Zoom session has ended, so I'm here now.
Oh, good, good. I hope it was good. I'm going to be there next week
And let's see,
and
Stan
see
Johnson.
for myself.
Well, it bore a bit to navigate the technology today, but hello from Northwest Ohio. We enjoyed Ivan's weather yesterday and last night. And then Philippa is here. Hi, guys. Finally got this thing working. Been listening, just couldn't post to you.
Oh,
Glad
goodness.
you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Flip. You're going to love this show.
And let's see, Ziggy said, hi, George. Whoops. Let me try that again. Sorry. Hi, George and Lynn. Greetings again from Germany. We'll watch and listen later to what I missed at the beginning of your show. And Flip said, glad I'm catching my old favorites. And Howard Solomon is here. I was stoned and I loved every minute of it.
Hello, Howard. Nice to see you. Stan, I know what you mean about the technology. I spent 15 minutes after we were supposed to be on trying to get Facebook to please let me enter a title for my stream, without which they won't let you go live. And they finally, it was tough, but I got it done.
Well, Flip
So-
said, considering what just went legal here in New York, you think? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
That's, of course, it's been, that's good news.
Yeah.
Another
Another
well,
one.
I'm really glad everybody, tried again to find us. And those of you who were late anyway, hey, you didn't miss but about 3 or 4 songs. So stick with us. We're going to go till about 3:15.
Yeah, make up for
And see how many songs we have left. We've been going overtime a lot lately. We're going to try to work on that and be a bit more organized. And now let's see. Where are we? Oh, yes. Here is a John Prine tune called Illegal Smile. He wrote it and recorded it. When I woke up this morning, things were looking bad. Seemed like total silence was the only friend I had. A bowl of oatmeal tried to stare me down and won. And it was 12 o'clock before I realized I was having no fun. But fortunately, I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it'll last a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I'm just trying to have me some fun. Last time I checked my bankroll, it was getting thin. Sometimes it seems like the bottom is the only place I've been. I chased a rainbow down a one-way street, dead end. And all my friends turned out to be insurance salesmen. But fortunately, I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it'll last a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I'm just trying to have me some fun. Well, I sat down in my closet with all my overalls, trying to get away from all the years inside my walls. I dreamed the police heard everything I thought. What then? Well, I went to court and the judge's name was Hoffman. Ah, but fortunately I have the key to escape reality, and you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it'll last a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I'm just trying to have me some fun. Well done, hot dog bun, my sister's a nun.
Nice.
Oh, I'm playing Atlanta today, a different harp than I've been playing lately. The other one has some loose tuning pins somehow. Fortunately, you can take strings off and put them back on an auto harp at least once or twice, so we'll have to take off the string and shim the peg and then put the string back on before I can play it again. Let's see, what else? Here's a song that was written by Jay Commoner. I don't quite know how to pronounce that. And the inimitable Shel Silverstein. And this one's called Making It Natural. And it was recorded by Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. Shel Silverstein and they did a lot of stuff together. That whole Freakin' at the Freakers Ball album that he did was backed up by the Medicine Show.
Flip said, Wildwood Weed, ?
Coming up. Stay tuned. Let's see here. Okay. I'm gonna throw my grass out the window, crumple up my papers too, give away my speed, 'cause baby, all I'm ever gonna need is a little bit of love from you, and we'll be making it natural. Ain't it just about time? That old stuff I was so keen on, I no longer have to lean on, 'cause your love's enough to keep me high. Now, if any of you heads want some Panama Red, all you gotta do is reach out your hand. I trade my stash for just a little bit of cash to buy a simple gold wedding band, and we'll be making it natural. But don't you ask me how. It's been the cause of all my sorrow, but I think I'll start tomorrow, 'cause I sure could use a hit right now. I'm gonna throw it out the window someday, give away my cocaine, bust my spikes and flush a million mics of acid right down the drain. We'll be making it natural. Don't you ask me how. But you know what we can do, baby. All we gotta do is develop a little willpower. Let's develop a little willpower. Roll me up another one.
It didn't go well there.
Yeah, got some. What they really need to do is develop some won't power.
Power, yeah.
There is a race car driver on the Indianapolis circuit, the IndyCar circuit. He's an Australian, and his parents' last name was Power, and they named him William, so of course, he's Will Power. He actually does very well. He must have had a tough time as a kid, though, you know? Maybe that's why he's a race car driver. I'll show you, boy. Here's a song by Brewer and Shipley. Was written by Michael Brewer and Thomas Shipley and recorded by them. It's called One Toke Over the Line. Let me try that again. One toke over the line, sweet Jesus, one toke over the line. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. Waiting for the train that goes home, sweet Mary, hoping that the train is on time. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. Who do you love? I hope it's me. I've been changing, as you can plainly see. I felt the joy and I learned about the pain that my mama said. If I should choose to make a part of me, surely strike me dead. And now I'm a one toke over the line, sweet Jesus, one toke over the line. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. Waiting for a train that goes home, sweet Mary, hoping that the train is on time. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. I sail away a country mile. Now I'm returning, showing off my smile. Met all the girls and I love myself a few. And to my surprise, like everything else that I've been through, it's opened up my eyes. And now I'm one toke over the line, sweet Jesus, one toke over the line. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. Don't you know I'm just waiting for the train that goes home, sweet Mary, hoping that the train is on time. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. Don't you know I'm just waiting for the train that goes home, sweet Mary, hoping that the train is on time. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. I wanna be one toke over the line, sweet Jesus, one toke over the line. Sitting downtown in a railway station, one toke over the line. Waiting for the train that goes home, hoping that the train is on time. Sitting downtown in the railway station, one toke over the line. Sitting downtown in the railway station, one toke over the line. One toke over the line.
Hey, got a couple here. Philippa said, one of the girls at WSU Theater Department was named Sandy Boggs. Or I think, is that Boggs or Bags? I have to Yeah, Boggs with 2 G's. And Polly Daigle is here.
Hello, Polly.
She says, hi, George and Lynn. It's good to see you this morning.
Oh, we're glad you came.
And Felix, Mauron, Moron. Hi, George and Lynn. It's the first time I see your live show, but I've already watched some videos. I live in Switzerland on the shore of the same lake as Ziggy in Germany, Lake Constance. I love everything about your show.
Well, thank you, Felix.
You. And we have
welcome.
Christina Murray, Murrie. Hi from Scotland.
Hello, Christina. She was here before, I think.
Yes, well,
so what we have quite an international audience.
Yes, we do. It's
Germany,
so
Switzerland, and Ireland, and Scotland.
Welcome.
It's great to have you all. It really is. We love doing this.
Yes, we have a lot of fun.
We must, or we wouldn't keep with all the things Facebook throws at us. But
I know it's such a challenge.
We will.
We'll call it that.
We'll figure it out. Let's see. But it is great that all of you all have joined us. There's still time to register for the Mountain Laurel Auto Harp Gathering if you're planning to come. The early bird registration ended a few days ago, but there's still rooms available. There's still places, plenty of tickets. So if you didn't make the early bird period, you can still sign up, and hopefully, if you do that, I'll see you there. Because I'm going. And in other news, the CD has gone to the duplicators. I've got the licenses back. So the project is in place, and I should receive them soon. And the CD will be released on the 12th of June, and we'll give you details on how you can get your copy as we get closer to time for the release. The release party will be held at the Mountain Laurel Auto Harp Gathering because I was the proud recipient of the Cohen Grapple recording endowment this year. In case you didn't know, the CD is all about dogs. I've had dogs all my life. I depend on a dog to get around independently, and so I wanted to kind of give something back. So when I got the chance to make this CD, I decided to make it all about dogs. And I'm going to, assuming that sales go well, I'm going to. Well, let me explain it to you this way. I'm going half of every CD is. Whatever I get for each CD, they're going to be $20 a piece. So $10 from every CD that you buy is going to go to support a guide dog school or a service dog training facility or an animal rescue organization. We don't know if we're going to have more than one benefactor or not. We're still in negotiations on that. And then if we sell enough that we have enough in reserve to make another printing, we'll hold it for a little while and see how sales go. And we're going to make a real effort to sell it. It's a great CD. I think any dog lover would want one, whether they've ever heard an auto harp play or not. So tell your friends about it when it's released. We'd appreciate it. But all of the other money is going to go. I'm not going to keep any money is what I'm trying to tell you. I got the thing. I got the award. I got the money. I didn't have to spend any money out of my own pocket to do this, and I want to take this possibly only chance I'll ever get to make an album to benefit my canine friends.
Yes. We have a couple comments. Christina said, wonderful, by the way. And
thank you, Christina.
Ivan said, where are you hiding your bong?
Well, I don't own a bong, to be honest with you. We just aren't inclined like that. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, yes. Here's another one. This one was written by Peter Rowan and recorded by the new writers of the Purple Sage. It's called Panama Red. Panama Red, Panama Red. He'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red. On his white horse, Mescalito, he comes breezing through town. Bet your woman is up in bed with old Panama Red. Judge don't know when Red's in town. He keeps well hidden underground. Everybody's acting lazy, falling out and hanging around. My woman said, "Hey Pedro, you're acting crazy like a clown. Nobody feels like working. Panama Red is back in town. Panama Red, Panama Red. He'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red. On his white horse, Mescalito, he come breezing through town. Bet your woman is up in bed with old Panama Red." Everybody's looking out for him, 'cause they know Red satisfies. Little girls love to listen to him sing and tell sweet lies. But when things get too confusing, honey, we're better off in bed. And I'll be searching all the joints in town for Panama Red, Panama Red, Panama Red. He'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red. On his white horse, Mescalito, he comes breezing through town. I bet your woman is up in bed with old Panama Red, Panama Red, Panama Red. He'll steal your woman, then he'll rob your head. Panama Red, Panama Red. On his white horse, Mescalito, he come breezing through town. Bet your woman is up in bed with old Panama Red.
Whoa. Ivan said, "Methinks thou dost protest too much."
Thank you? Really?
Yes,
Is that what you think?
He thinks.
I'm shocked.
Oh.
It's interesting the names that they've got. I mean, they've got pot now that they call things like bright and bubbly blueberry and things. I don't suppose it'll ever become legal down here, but
No. Well, it'll be the last place.
maybe I'll take a trip somewhere. Strangely enough, I'm one of those people who pretty much prefers the comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
Until I actually go somewhere, and then, boy, I'm glad I did this. But getting out the door is tough sometimes. Here is a song that was written and recorded by a guy who calls himself Chief Greenbud 420. And this one's called "A Friend with Weed is a Friend Indeed." There are times when the whole damn town is dry, and the stash you saved for summer didn't make it to July. I know it feels like forever till the harvest of September. So if you need to catch a buzz, you're welcome anytime. 'Cause a friend with weed is a friend indeed. And you don't have to smoke, and you don't have to scrape your bong or smoke on stems and seeds. I'll share my sack, I got your bag. You do the same for me, don't you agree? That a friend with weed is a friend indeed. You'd be surprised how many folks smoke pot. Known teachers, doctors, lawyers, hell, I even knew one state cop. When they burn their last ones down and their dealers can't be found, do you know that they'll call on me? 'Cause I'll share what I got. 'Cause a friend with weed is a friend indeed. And you don't have to scrape your bowl and smoke on stems and seeds. I'll share my sack, I got your back. You do the same for me, don't you agree? That a friend with weed is a friend indeed. Yeah, a friend with weed is a friend indeed. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The chief's got the right idea.
Yeah, Flip said, Chief Greenbud. And then she said, by the way, you've broken up a couple of times.
I'm sorry to hear that. Back in the old radio days, it was atmospherics. Now it's the internet. And you can't do anything about either one of them.
Right. Right. You just...
We are out near the very end of the range of the internet switch that they so graciously installed that actually gave us internet many years ago. And so we don't get a whole lot of upload speed. We really, comparatively speaking, to folks in the big cities. So, you know, well, it's hard. It's never possible to tell whether it's on the sending or receiving end, but I'm sorry to hear that. You'll maybe want to go back and listen to this later. I hope the reception doesn't break up so badly that you can't enjoy the show.
Really?
Here is a song called Cocaine Blues. And it was written by a guy named T.J. Red Arnold, and Johnny Cash recorded it. The Cocaine Blues. Early one morning while making the rounds, I took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down. Went right home and I went to bed. I stuck that loving 44 beneath my head. Got up next morning and I grabbed that gun. Took a shot of cocaine and away I run. Made a good run, but I run too slow. They overtook me down in Juarez, Mexico. Laid in the hot joints, taking the pills. When in walked the sheriff from Jericho Hill. He said, Willie Lee, your name is not Jack Brown. You're the dirty hack that shot your woman down. Said, yes, oh yes, my name is Willie Lee. If you got the warrant, just read it to me. Shot her down 'cause she made me slow. I thought I was her daddy, but she had 5 more. When I was arrested, I was dressed in black. They put me on a train and they took me back. Had no friend for to go my bail. They slapped my dried out carcass in that county jail. Early next morning, about 9:30, I spied the sheriff coming down the line. He coughed as he cleared his throat. So he said, come on, you dirty hack, into that district court. Into the courtroom my trial began, where I was handled by 12 honest men. Just before the jury started out, I saw the little judge commence to look about. In about 5 minutes in walked a man, holding the verdict in his right hand. The verdict read murder in the first degree. I hollered, Lordy, Lordy, have mercy on me. The judge, he smiled as he picked up his pen. 99 years in the Folsom pen. 99 years underneath that ground. I can't forget the day I shot that bad girl down. Come on, now you gotta listen to me. Lay off that whiskey and let that cocaine be.
Nice. Let's see what we got here. Ziggy said, over here there were no reception problems, and Ivan said, will you be doing Don't Bogart That Joint, my friend?
You know, I didn't think about that.
That would be a good one.
If you will write it down, Linda,
Yes.
we will do it next time, especially for Ivan.
Okay, and Nan said no problems here.
Oh,
And,
good. I'm glad to hear that.
Christina, no problem over this side of the pond either.
I have to get together with you, Philippa, and take a look at your internet connection and stuff and see if we can figure this out.
That's been coming for a while.
If
so-
I can free up a little bit of time, I'll get with you and we'll work on it. Let's see. Yeah. Don't Bogart that joint, my friend. I know the song. I just don't quite have all the words in my head right now. And I do actually have to study these songs. Anyway.
And Flip said, okay. Meaning,
Cool.
I think because of the
Yeah.
people saying there aren't.
Yeah. And okay on the other thing. I'll
Yeah.
get together. We'll run a speed test and stuff and try to find out what the deal is.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we? Here's another one. Shel Silverstein wrote more songs about stoners than anybody I know other than maybe Chief Greenbud. And I just discovered him recently. Look him up on YouTube. He's pretty good. He does have that country kind of flavor. He's just a good old, his songs are just about good old dope smoking rednecks. But they're pretty good. I can't remember how I found him. I did one of his that I'm going to do in this show. I did one a couple of shows ago that's coming up later.
John Wendling said, is Carmelita by Warren Zevon on the playlist?
It is not, but it will be next time. If you'll stop by in 2 weeks, if it's auto-harpable, and I assume since you're requesting it, it probably is, we will have it for you.
And Ivan said, every once in a while the video pauses for a few seconds and then picks up without anything being lost.
Yeah, Ivan, that happens when I listen to your show on Sundays. That happens to me. But then when I download the recording, those pauses are gone. So that's really interesting that you're having that problem too. Being a geek for many, many years, this stuff fascinates me more than it should, I suppose.
Well,
because nobody else gives a rip. We used to be important and command huge salaries for doing next to nothing, and now those days are over. Here's Shel Silverstein's song, The Great American Smoke-Off. In the laid-back California town of sunny San Rafael lived a girl named Pearly Sweetcake. You probably knew her well. She'd been stoned 15 of her 18 years, and her story was widely told. How she could smoke 'em faster than anyone could roll. Her legend finally reached New York, that Grove Street walk-up flat, where dwelt the Calistoga Kid, a beatnik from the past. He'd been rolling dope since time began, and now he took a cultured toke and he said, "Chip, I could roll up faster than any chick could smoke." So a note gets sent to San Rafael for the championship of the world. The kid demands a smoke-off. "Well, bring him on," says Pearl. "I'll grind his fingers off his hands. He'll roll until he drops." Says Calistoga, "I'll smoke that chick till she blows up and pops." So they rent out Yankee Stadium, and the word is quickly spread. Come one, come all, who walk or crawl, tickets just 2 lids a hit. And from every town and hamlet, over land and sea they speed. The world's greatest dopers with the world's greatest weed. Hashishers from Morocco, hemp smokers from Peru, and the Shashniks from Bagoon who puff the deadly Pugaru, and those who call it light of life, and those who call it ooh. See the dealers and their ladies wearing turquoise lace and leather. See the narcos and the closet smokers puffing all together. From the teenies who smoke legal to the ones who've done some time, to the old man who smoked reefer back before it was a crime. And the grand old house that Ruth built is filled with the smokes and cries of 50,000 screaming heads all stoned out of their minds. And they play the national anthem, and the crowd lets out a roar as the spotlight hits the Kid and Pearl, ready for their smoking war. On a table piled up high with grass, as high as a mountain peak, just tops and buds of the rarest flowers, not one stem, branch, or seed. I mean Maui, Wowie, Panama Red, Acapulco Gold, Keith from East Afghanistan, and that rare Alaska cold. Sticks from Thailand, ganja from the islands, and Bangkok's blooming best. Some of that wet imported stuff that's capsized off Key West. There were Hockentalks and Kenya Bang and Riviera Fleurs, and that rare Manhattan silver that grows down the New York sewers. And there's bubbling ice cold lemonade and sweet grapes by the bunches. And there's Hershey bars and Oreos, in case anybody gets the munchies. And the Calistoga Kid, he smiles. And Pearlie, she just grins. And the drums roll low. And the crowd yells, "Go, go, go!" And the world's first smoke-off begins. The kid, he flicks his fingers once and zap, that first joint's rolled. Pearl takes one toke with her famous lungs, and whoosh, that roach is cold. Then the kid, he rolls his super bomb that would paralyze a moose. And Pearlie takes one super hit, and that bomb's diffused. Then he rolls 3 in just 10 seconds, and she smokes 'em up in 9. Everybody sits back and says, hey, this just might take some time. See the blur of flying fingers, see the red coal burning bright, as the night turns into morning, and the morning fades to night, and the autumn turns to summer, and a whole damn year is gone. But the two still sit on that roach-filled stage, smoking and rolling on. With trembling hands, he rolls his J's with fingers blue and stiff. She coughs and stares with bloodshot gaze and puffs through blistered lips. And as she reaches out her hand for another stick of gold, the kid, he gasps, God damn it, girl, there's nothing left to roll. Nothing left to roll, screams Pearl. Is this some twisted joke? I didn't come here to fart around. I came here to smoke. And she reaches across the table and grabs his bony sleeves and crumbles his body between her hands like dry and brittle leaves, flicking out his teeth and bones like useless stems and seeds. And then she rolls him in a zigzag, lights him like a roach, and the fastest man with the fastest hands goes up in a puff of smoke. In the laid-back California town of sunny San Rafael lived a girl named Pearly Sweetcake. You probably know her well. She's been stoned 21 of her 24 years, and the story's still widely told how she can still smoke 'em faster than anyone can roll. While off in New York City, on a street that has no name, there's the hands of the Calistoga Kid in the Vipers Hall of Fame. And underneath his fingers, there's a little golden scroll that says, beware of being the roller when there's nothing left to roll. Don't get in a smoking contest with her, boy.
Ivan said, I never knew there were so many stoner songs. I should have known. And he was sending up laughing faces and likes.
Well, I must confess, sir, that I am a little bit disappointed. I thought you'd probably heard them all.
Yes, that one. I love that.
I like that one. Stick around.
Yes.
There's more of them. Folks, if you haven't already done so, leave us a comment. Tell us who you are and where you're listening from and all. We'd love to get to know you a little bit better. That's how we got to know all of these folks.
More likes. And Hillary, I believe, is sending up likes. And
well, thank you, Hillary. Wow. I wasn't sure about this show, but I did it. I'm glad I did.
That was Ziggy. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
have, but there's small icons that go up with the likes. We have Teresa Crestman.
Hello,
Well,
Teresa.
That's entertainment. Hi, y'all. Hi.
Hi, Teresa.
Welcome.
Welcome to our home. We hope you're staying warm and everything and comfortable wherever you are. And we're really glad that you joined us and left a comment.
Yes.
That's how we get to know folks and remember where you're from and a little bit about you. That's the only reason we do this. It's like having a whole bunch of friends over every other Saturday afternoon for a get-together.
Yes.
And that's the way I see it in my mind's eye. In my mind's eye, I'm playing for a whole room of you, and you're all here. And today the air is full of smoke and good fellowship.
She said, I am, thanks. I'm in Rackensack.
Oh, so you're close to Drew then, probably. All right. Can't all be funny. Here's a song that was written and recorded by John Prine, and it's called Sam Stone. Do we have anything else?
No.
Okay.
We're good.
Let me try to find the right chords.
Oh, she meant Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas. Oh, I was going to say Rackensack sounded like a town in New Jersey somewhere.
OMG, I love this song, she said.
Oh, good.
This is one I really like too. And John Prine. This is one
John,
of his. Isn't
John, yes,
just
it was
had
written and
away.
recorded by John Prine.
She said, ha ha ha.
Sam Stone came home to his wife and family after serving in the conflict overseas. And the time that he served had shattered all his nerves and left a little shrapnel in his knee. But the morphine eased the pain, and the grass grew round his brain. It gave him all the confidence he lacked. With a purple heart and a monkey on his back. Sing this if it's in your key. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes.
Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose. Little pitchers have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios.
Sam Stone's welcome home didn't last too long. That was great. He went to work when he'd spent his last dime. And Sammy took to stealing when he got that empty feeling for $100 habit without overtime. And the gold rolled through his veins like 1,000 railroad trains, and he eased his mind in hours that he chose, while the kids ran around wearing other people's clothes. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes.
Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose.
Sing up.
Little pitchers have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios.
Sam Stone was alone when he popped his last balloon, climbing walls while sitting in a chair. They played his last request while the room smelled just like death, with an overdose hovering in the air. But life had lost its fun, and there was nothing to be done but trade his house that he bought on the GI Bill for a flag-draped casket on a local hero's hill. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes. Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose. Little pictures have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios. Nice.
Nice, yes.
We did not practice that. It just came to us spontaneously.
Yes.
We didn't practice that. Wow, that was fun. I like that.
I enjoyed that. Got a like on that one. And Teresa said, miss him, meaning John Prine.
Oh, me too.
And
Me too. Teresa, if you will go back sometime when you've got a little bit of time, go to the page you're at, the Auto Harp Down homepage, and look for show number 12. And you will hear me do a whole show of John after he passed of COVID in April of 2020.
yeah.
So if you like John Prine and you like the way I play him, check that out. I think it's show number 12.
Ivan said, snow here came and went in about 10 minutes. Bright sunshine now with vivid blue skies.
Oh, great. Yeah, 10-minute snowstorms are good.
Yes.
10-hour snowstorms are bad.
And Teresa said, oh man, and then good job, y'all. And John Wendling said, very nice. And Teresa said, will do, and I sure do.
All right.
To respond.
Thank you. Let's see what we can. I had the lyrics for this for some reason. I didn't need them. Let me get past that. Okay, here we go. This was written by Charlie Daniels. And it was recorded by his band, of course, Charlie Daniels Band. It's called Uneasy Rider. I was taking a trip out to L.A., tooling along in my Chevrolet, toking on a number and digging on the radio. Just as I crossed that Mississippi line, I heard that highway start to whine, and I knew that left rear tire was about to go. Well, the spare was flat, and I got uptight because there wasn't a filling station in sight, so I just limped on down the shoulder on the rim. I went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, it was right in front of this little bar, kind of a redneck-looking joint called the Dewdrop Inn. Well, I stuffed my hair up under my hat, and told the bartender that I had a flat, and would he be kind enough to give me change for a one? There was one thing I was sure proud to see. There wasn't a soul in the place except for him and me, and he just looked disgusted and pointed toward the telephone. I called up the station down the road a ways, and he said he wasn't very busy today, and he could have somebody there in about 10 minutes or so. He said, now you just stay right where you're at, and I didn't bother to tell the darn fool that I sure as hell didn't have any place else to go. I just ordered up a beer and sat down at the bar when some guy walked in and said, who owns this car with a peace sign, the mag wheels, and 4 on the floor? Well, he looked at me, and I damn near died, and I decided I'd just wait outside. So I laid $1 on the bar and headed for the door. Just when I thought I'd get out of there with my skin, these 5 big dudes come strolling in with one old drunk chick and some fellow with green teeth. And I was almost to the door when the biggest one said, you tip your hat to this lady, son. And when I did, all that hair fell out from underneath. Now, the last thing I wanted was to get in a fight, and Mac Yeah. Well, I didn't want that
There,
either.
too.
Twig! Well, the last thing I wanted was to get in a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on a Saturday night, especially when there's 5 of them and only 1 of me. Well, they all started laughing. I was feeling kind of sick, so I decided I better think of something real quick. So I just reached out and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. Well, he let out a yell that'd curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair, said, "Watch him, folks, 'cause he's a thoroughly dangerous man." Well, you may not know it, but this man's a spy. He's an undercover agent for the FBI, and he's been sent down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. He was still bent over and holding on to his knee, but everybody else was looking and listening to me, and I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. I said, "Would you believe this man's gone as far as tearing Wallace stickers off the bumpers of cars, and he voted for George McGovern for president? He's a friend of them long-haired hippie-type pinko fags. I bet he's even got a commie flag tacked up on the wall inside of his garage. He's a snake in the grass, I tell you guys. He may look dumb, but that's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage." They all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and said, "Now just wait a minute, Jim. You know he's lying. I've been living here all my life. I'm a faithful follower of Brother John Birch, and I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church, and I ain't even got a garage. You can call home and ask my wife." Then he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't wait around to hear the rest. I was too busy moving and hoping I didn't run out of luck. And when I hit the ground, I was making tracks, and they were just taking my car down off the jacks. I threw the man at 20 and jumped in and fired that mother up. Mario Andretti would have sure been proud the way I was moving when I hit past that crowd, coming out the door and headed me at a trot. And I guess I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I just couldn't resist the fun of chasing them all just once around the parking lot. Well, they were heading for their car, but I hit the gas and spun around and headed them off the pass. Well, I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. Well, I had them all out there stepping and fetching like their heads was on fire and their asses was catching, but I figured I ought to go ahead and split before the cops got there. When I hit the road, I was really wheeling. I had gravel flying and rubber squealing, and I didn't slow down till I was almost to Arkansas. I think I'm going to reroute my trip. I wonder if anybody'd think I slipped if I went to L.A. If I went to L.A. via Omaha.
You can tell that's kind of an old one.
Yeah, this show could get
References
booted
go-
off for bad language.
Uh-oh. Yeah. But that's all way in the past.
Well, and the
People have come
the right,
ways
you know, the complainers,
then.
the right side won, right? So they really shouldn't complain. But these days, you don't know. Here is. Are there any comments?
No,
No?
Your dog has many, I think.
Lulu,
She's like,
what
well,
you
she
do?
can talk, boy, right now.
Stop doing that. It makes me want to play the song.
Oh, sorry about that.
You do it every show.
Teresa said, we're grown-ups, and thank goodness.
Yeah, we are, but the rest of the world, I'm not sure about. Hi, Lulu. For those of you who don't know and are joining me for the first time, this is my faithful and trusty guide dog, Lulu, that
My
we're
little sweet
petting.
pup, Teresa said.
Oh, she's a good dog. She's a black Labrador Retriever, and she celebrated her 11th birthday on Wednesday.
Teresa's profile picture has a dog.
Really?
It looks.
What kind of a dog is it, Teresa?
She said, I love her. And that was in response to talking about Lulu and what she is. A black lab.
Yep, she's a black lab.
This dog could be a yellow lab. It's a small picture, so it's hard for me to see, but it's a golden color.
Oh.
His name is River. She said,
Oh,
he's
good
beautiful
name.
boy.
Cool.
He is.
Yeah. Good dog.
She wasn't here when you were talking about your CD. Oh, golden retriever. Well, I
Oh, a
wasn't,
golden.
wasn't too far off.
They use
thinking
Goldens for
that was
guide
the
dogs.
last day.
Lulu is my 7th guide dog. I've worked guide dogs almost continuously since 1971.
When I first met him, he had a Doberman.
Yeah,
Pinscher
we
named
tore it
Penny.
up. That dog
Yeah,
and I.
that dog was something else.
She was
Philippa
hype.
will
She was
remember
hyper,
that.
and I was crazy. It was a perfect match. She'd flunked out once before. They gave her. I don't know if you ever knew this. They gave her to.
I don't know if Flip did, but I knew. You told me.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody. I meant you, as in the group. You.
Oh, the group. Yeah,
I guess
did.
She had been placed before with a guy.
You mean Penny, right?
Penny, the Doberman that I had, not Lulu. Lulu's been mine forever.
Yeah.
That's right. But Penny was placed by with the class before me, and she was replaced with an older fella in his like 30s or something. And he wasn't active enough for her. She didn't like him. She tore up a what would today be a $200 or $300 suit coat. Chewed through like 5 leashes. He'd take her to eat lunch and breakfast and stuff, and put her beside his chair, and she'd just reach up and chew the leash, and he wasn't aware enough to realize what he was doing.
Pat Burns said, "You bet, an Irish dog."
Yeah. In fact, she's from Irish bloodlines.
She is. Lulu is.
Lulu is.
Pat said, "Like that."
Too many pronouns. Yeah, Lulu is.
Lulu is. Yeah, Irish bloodlines.
Yeah, and the Irish Labs are better.
They are. They're a little smaller than the.
She's really an amazing dog. She is tied for first with another dog I had, but Lulu. One thing I can say about Lulu that I cannot say about any of my other 6 guides, I have never gotten lost. She seems to know when I'm not sure of where we are, and she'll take me to somewhere I know about. Anyway, enough of that. The last thing, okay.
Teresa said, "Ha ha ha," and Pat said, "Yes, you told me that."
I did. Okay, good.
Go on now. You go see. Go lay down. That's right.
Lulu.
I can't tell her what to do because she won't listen.
She won't listen.
To anyone but him.
Go lay down.
That's just how it is.
All right. You go lay down. Go on now. That's enough. You can come back later. Go on. Good dog. What a good girl. That's right. You can lay right there by the mic stand.
She's
going to come back.
Yeah.
All right. That's all. See, got to do this thing.
Teresa said, "Amazing. Love dogs." So do we. She was not here when you talked about your CD. She hadn't.
Oh, that's true.
Polly Daigle says, "Lulu is such a gentle spirit." And that is true, Polly. She really is.
Yeah. Well, she and Harpo had a thing going on.
I think so, too.
Pete and
Well,
Polly
you
have
told me.
a dog, a Chinese pug named Harpo that Lulu and I met when we were all in California.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Where are we? Oh, okay. This song is called Cindy's Crying. And we've had a look at the fun side of weed and dope in general, but, you know, there's a downside to it, too, and Tom sings about that.
Who is this?
It was written and recorded by Tom Paxton.
It is Tom
and it's
Paxton.
called Cindy's Crying. I had to go look at my
Teresa
notes.
said, "OMG!" exclamation.
Yeah.
Good.
Cindy's crying, but it ain't no use. She's got a habit and she can't get loose. Stopping each and every man she meets. Gonna be a hooker on Bleecker Street, on Bleecker Street. Honey makes you feel like crying. You said you'd leave it, and I hope you're trying. Oh, they call it living, and it feels like dying. Police stopped her on the street today. She was holding, and they took her away. Threw her in jail, and they made her wait. She was crying, "Oh Jesus, just let me just get straight. Let me just get straight." Honey makes you feel like crying. I know you can make it, but you better start trying. Oh, they call it living, baby, someone's lying. Cindy, Cindy, what you gonna do? You got no money and you're way past due. You got every last penny I had. The man is restless and your credit is bad, and your credit is bad. Honey makes you feel like crying. We can make it, but we better start trying. Oh, I ain't leaving you, but I ain't lying. Now Cindy went south and she took the cure. This time, honey, I'm straight for sure. Went to the corner to the grocery store. You were gone 10 minutes and I know you scored. I know you scored. Now Cindy's crying, but it ain't no use. She's got a habit and she can't get loose. Stopping each and every man she meets. Gonna be a hooker on Bleecker Street, on Bleecker Street. Honey makes you feel like crying. You said you'd leave it, and I hope you're trying. Oh, they call it living, but it feels like dying.
Wow.
Don't worry, we'll pick you up next song.
That one's sad.
And I'll cheer you up right now. I'm going to talk about a new auto harp from Pete Daigle.
Yes.
I bought this, and I never thought I'd own a luthier auto harp. But it's called the Tahoma, and it is an absolutely brand new concept in auto harp design, and you got to play it to believe it. I mean, you just do. I'm sure that there's probably some posts out there on YouTube with somebody playing it. If there aren't, I'm very surprised that there aren't. When I get mine, I'll play some videos and send them to Pete, and he can upload them to his YouTube channel if nobody else is willing to do it. This thing's amazing. It's made out of the top and frame. The top and the frame, the sides, is one piece of wood. It's piano pin block, and Pete has carved acoustical channels through this solid block of wood that allows sound to resonate and somehow amplify and develop a full-bodied richness that I haven't heard on, well, you won't hear it on any production auto harp, and that's mostly where I'm at, but a lot of the luthier-built auto harps, of course, they're made for doing something else, but this auto harp is great. You can play it along with a guitar. My brother Dan was there, and we tried it out with a 6-string guitar. Just an absolutely wonderful thing. The back is Oakham ply, which is a maple plywood made in France. So you've got the best quality materials Pete could find on this thing. Here's what you get right out of the box. Okay, if you just order the, as we say in the computer biz, the defaults, you get Pete's patented flatline fine tuning system, which I played with a little bit on one of his auto harps when I met him and his lovely wife Polly and their neat, pretty little dog Harpo at the California Auto Harp Gathering. You get really fine grained tuning with these; they're amazing. You get a Mylar spring system. Now, I don't know about wear and tear. I assume Mylar lasts a whole lot better than the steel they make springs out of. But what I noticed was that they were absolutely quiet. There was no spring noise, kind of like the screen door sound you get. It wasn't there. You know, I can't imitate it on this auto harp because it's the one Pete worked on while we were in California, and he fixed all that. It's really great to play an auto harp that's actually been, not just the strings, but the whole auto harp has been tuned. Pete did a great job on this. Anyway, you get, make sure I didn't skip, you get never warp extrusion chord bars. That's what he calls them. They're made out of aluminum. They're real narrow, but he's got an arch in the middle of them. They're not flat. I've never seen that before. And I don't know how he does the felt and everything, but they're very rigid because they have the strength of the arch. So you get those. You get composite frame bracing, which adds yet another deterrent to warp. I mean, I can't imagine how it would warp if the top and frame are all one piece, but we'll find out over time. But Pete's got a second insurance factor for durability. This thing's going to last forever. At least we think it is. You get the Brian Bowers 21 chord chromatic layout. So you get the sevenths on the top, the majors through the middle on the middle row, and the the minors on the bottom. You get strap buttons, and Pete will install them in the usual places, or if you want to put them somewhere else, he'll send them to you, and you can install them yourself. Of course, with every Daigle auto harp, you get a limited lifetime warranty for defects of material or manufacturing, and you get your choice of cases. That's what you get. And you get that great Tahoma sound, too. You get all of that right now for $1,395 plus shipping. And I think Pete said shipping in the U.S. is around $65, $65, $70, somewhere in there. But check with him. I don't know for sure. But anyway, for at least if in the United States, for under $1,500, you are going to get a great sounding luthier auto harp. And Pete's also got he's also got a interest-free layaway plan. So you put a couple hundred down and you can pay it off and it can be yours. That's what finally put me over the edge to where I could buy one. I wasn't running around with that much money in my pocket in California. But anyway, that you can take advantage of that too. Pete really wants you to play one of his harps, and once you pick one up, you'll want to play it too. Now, if you want to spend a little bit more, you can get a built-in magnetic pickup. You can get lock bars, which lock down strings so that if you've got like a diatonic, the way I think they work is they dampen all the strings so that whatever key you're playing on are the only strings that ring. Somebody can correct me on that. You can get your favorite setup, including 9, 12, and 18 bar setup. So if you don't need all 21 bars, you want more room to pick, that can be arranged. You can have chromatic and diatonic string schedules. Pete will set it up any way you want, and I'm living proof of that. When I ordered it, I ordered some of the extras, and then later on, Pete got in contact with me and said, "Hey, if you like, we can give you a left-handed auto harp. So all this is over here, and all that is over there, and I don't have to cross my hands anymore."
For the lap position?
For the lap position, that is really, it would be hard to play that up on your shoulder. It really would. But you talk about a guy that'll absolutely, set it up your way. Pete can do it. He's a can-do guy.
I have a comment from Teresa. She said, "That's amazing. I really like my Desert Rose Pete built.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then also looking forward to hearing that.
Yeah, as soon as I learn to play it, I'll play it. And I've worn out my production model auto harps. The one I usually play has loose tuning pins, and so tomorrow we're going to have to work on that. This one's still playable. I've got another one, but I'm running out of harps. I'm playing them to death. The production models are nice, and that's what I've ever played, but...
It's 251.
Oh, okay.
By the way.
Thank you.
I know we're going to go a little long, but just to give you an idea.
Yeah, I also wanted to mention before we get too far afield, all Daigle auto harps come with a money-back satisfaction guarantee for 30 days. No, that's okay. We kind of got off. Don't worry about it. We're all friends, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you get the thing, you unbox it, and you play the heck out of it for 30 days. And if you, for some reason, don't like it, Pete will give you your money back. You send it back, and he'll refund your money. Pete wants you to be happy. And so to have a look at this thing or to order, go to daigleharp.com and get yours while the introductory offer lasts. Now, that $13.95 price isn't going to be there forever with all those extras. So take advantage of the layaway plan, jump on it, and get you one.
Yeah.
Here's a song that was done by a fairly obscure guy. I think he only had one album. He was out of Cleveland, Ohio. His name's John Bassett. So you may hear a song you haven't heard before other than Philippa, who owned the album.
Yes.
And we wore it out.
Good songs.
Wheat and wine to mellow out your mind. Wheat and wine makes you feel so fine. If you're needing something for to make it through the night, I think I got a remedy that's really out of sight. Wheat and wine to mellow out your mind. I got up this morning, picked my head up off of the floor. The bill collector took all of my money, now he's grinning through the phone for more. And my manager's coming over, 'cause he wants his 95%. My woman, she's messing with me, 'cause we ain't even paid the rent. Gonna give me some weed and wine to mellow out my mind. Weed and wine makes you feel so fine. If you're needing something for to make it through the night, I think I found a remedy that's really out of sight. Weed and wine to mellow out your mind. Now I got a fine old lady, she's my lover and my very best friend. But every time that I go out walking, she wants to know, where you been? I smile and take my hat off and put my mind away on the shelf. How can I tell her where I've been when I don't even know myself? Give me some weed and wine to mellow out my mind. Weed and wine make me feel so fine. If you're needing something for to make it through the night, I think I found a remedy that's really out of sight. Weed and wine to mellow out your mind. Now if you're feeling bothered and the heavies keep bringing you down, and no one seems to understand that the straight world really ain't round, get your head right, put some mellow music on. Do the thing I'm singing about, you'll feel better before too long. Go get you some weed and wine, mellow out your mind. weed and wine makes you feel so fine. If you're needing something for to make it through the night, I think I found a remedy that's really out of sight. Weed and wine to mellow out your mind.
Yeah. Ziggy said, you can hear my chromatic Daigle cascade again in about 3.5 hours. Looking forward.
Indeed, I am
That's
looking
Ziggy.
forward to it. Always love to hear you play, Ziggy.
And Flip said 2 albums, and then Weed
Oh.
and Wine mini album and a full-sized one. And then she said, by the way, they have John Bassett on YouTube. Look him up with a smile face, and I think we did.
We did.
And she also said apparently he developed some popularity up in Cleveland, and Mom met him when he lived in Richmond. And Teresa put a crying, laughing face up for that song. For Weed and Wine.
I'm glad you liked it, Teresa.
But we like John Bassett.
Yeah, he he did a song called "Hello Cleveland."
Did he?
Hello Cleveland, is anybody home? Yeah.
Also put out a little Clear Energy.
Oh, that's true.
And I
You know,
love
we
that.
could do that.
Let's do that song real quick.
You want? Can you do it?
I think I can do it.
Let's see if this is the right key. It's not. Put out
A little clear.
That's okay. We'll
That
do it
seems
there.
about right.
Yeah, that seems about
I'll
right.
give it a try.
Here's another John Bassett tune. This is an extra. Write it down so I can make sure I
Okay.
keep my data. You ready?
Yeah.
This is called Clear Energy. It's by John Bassett. Put out a little clear energy and it'll come back to you. Not always how you want it to, but it'll come back to you. Put out hate and envy and you can get that too. Coming right back at you, right back at you. Now is the time.
Now is the time
To let your little light shine. Why don't you turn your love light on? Let it shine, shine, shine. Now is the time. Now is the time to let your little light shine. Why don't you turn your love light on? Let it shine. Put out a little clear energy and it'll come back to you. Not always how you want it to, but it'll come back to you. Put out hate and envy and you can get that too. Coming right back at you, right back at you. Now is the time.
Now is the time
to let your little light shine. Why don't you turn your love light on? Let it shine, shine, shine. Now is the time.
Now is the time
to let your little light shine. Why don't you turn your love light on? Turn your love light on. Turn your love light on. Let it shine.
That was a little low for me.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I really enjoyed doing that.
That's where we always played it.
Well, it's
Um,
Amber said, love the duet, and Philippa said,
Well, thanks,
I think
Amber.
I'll sing a happy song is another one. I think I'll sing a happy song.
write it down.
Okay. And Ziggy said, beautiful harmonies. Bravo, Lynn and George.
Thank you, Ziggy.
I would take it up a notch.
Yeah, well, the trouble is on this harp, I
You
can't
can't.
because I don't have these minors
Oh.
for that key.
Well, and Teresa said, great.
Thanks, Teresa. Come back and see us. Doggone it. We really are glad you came. We're glad everybody came. Everybody should come back and see us. If they possibly can, we'd cheer you up a little bit. Okay. So we'll have. I haven't really decided what the next show is going to be about.
Teresa said, I will. Heart
Good.
and
Good.
all.
The next show will be on the 5th of March, 2 Saturdays from today. And I don't know. We usually, but not always, have a topic.
Like a theme.
Like a theme. Like today, it's about weed and dope and stuff. Last show was
Valentine's.
about love and romance.
Yeah.
And the show before that was about growing old.
Oh, yes.
We've had, like I say, we've got the John Prine tribute. There's a John Denver tribute back there, too. And we're going to do some others of those later on. Anyway, let me see where we are. I'm going to do Them Downers, which was recorded and written by Hoyt Axton. And Lynn, you've heard that, and I wonder if you would mind refreshing my drink.
Oh, not at all. Where is it?
It's in the refrigerator.
Oh, I know that, but the cup.
Oh,
I need the cup.
there you go.
Be empty.
My Ozark Trail insulated hot or cold cup. And while Lynn is doing that, yeah, thank you.
I'll be right back here.
So I will, this song is called Them Downers, written and recorded by Floyd Axton, and it's another one of those, on the other side, and it's called Them Downers. Well, I don't care what the doctor may say, you better throw all of those pills away. He don't have to live with you day to day, you better quit taking them downers. Yeah, you're fooling yourself if you think it's all right to drug your mind when you're feeling uptight. You're out of touch when you're out of sight, you better quit taking them downers. Did that pill kill the urge for some good old-fashioned loving? Did that curse in your purse make you leave your happy home? Take your dollars to the drugstore or find a shady doctor. Steal your local pusher. See your local pusher. Don't steal your local pusher, or steal them from a friend. You're free to change and you're free to choose. You're free to win like you're free to lose. You lose the pills like you lose the booze. You better quit taking them downers. I don't mind if you don't care. Don't lean on me, 'cause I won't be there. Just can't take it anymore. Don't get up, I'll shut the door. I'll close the door. Did that pill kill the urge for some good old-fashioned loving? Did that curse in your purse make you leave your happy home? Take your dollars to the drugstore or find a shady doctor. See your local pusher or steal them from a friend. Kept wanting to steal my local pusher. That might be a good idea, actually. Lynn is not quite back yet, so we will catch up on comments as soon as we possibly can. Let's see what else is going on around here. Just to kind of let you... I think I hear Linda coming now. There she is.
Had trouble getting the darn thing open.
Oh.
But I
Yeah, it's hermetically sealed almost. It's an amazing thing.
I opened that top part too. So.
Okay. Don't expect an endorsement or anything, but here it is. Let me see if you can see the little symbol.
Let me see what it says.
It's an Ozark
It's an Ozark. Yeah.
hot and cold mug. These people make the best stuff. I've had sandals that lasted for like 5 years. They make all kinds of gear. And this is a totally unpaid, unsolicited, just because I happen to like them, advertisement.
There we go. We are at 3:07.
Okay. Well, we're running a little behind. Anyway, here is I'm glad you got back in time for this. This is another song by Chief Greenbud 420. Pardon me. I wish I could write songs. I really do. I wish I could. Anyway, this is called I Like to Smoke Weed. You try and tell me what I'm doing's wrong. You're the one who's drinking and driving yourself home. Who am I really hurting if I get a little bit high? One thing that's for certain, you really ought to give it a try. 'Cause I like to smoke weed, I really like it a lot. You like your liquor, I love my pot. It don't make me hungover or make me act like an ass. So enjoy your drinking, I'll enjoy my grass. How many times have you slept on the commode, your face buried in that cool porcelain bowl? You threw up on yourself 'cause you forgot to lift the lid. The only thing that happened to me, I ate everything in my fridge. I like to smoke weed, I really like it a lot. You like your liquor, but I love my pot. It don't make me hungover or make me act like an ass. So you drink your liquor, I smoke my grass. So there, Mr. DUI, who do you think you are? You breathe into a breathalyzer just to start your car. Instead of blowing out, you could have been sucking in. I bet you do things my way now if you had to do it over again. You'd like to smoke weed, and you'd like it a lot. You'd say, screw liquor, I'd rather smoke pot. It don't make me hungover or act like an ass. You ought to give up drinking and start smoking grass. You ought to give up drinking and start smoking grass.
Yeah.
Now you can catch us up if you can.
Well, I don't have any more.
Oh, okay, good.
We
All
are-
right. All right, well, we'll just move right along because we are kind of running short on time here.
Ivan sent up a like and before was the smiling, happy.
Thank you,
face.
Ivan.
And, also, Teresa sent up a heart.
Gee, we're having such a good time. We might have to do this again.
Yes.
Um,
Because we haven't covered all of the songs, even though, like Ivan said, there's a lot of them.
well, he didn't realize they were all out here. See,
he was surprised, and there's more.
yeah. and
This is
and
not
and
me.
by the way, guys and gals, if you're not doing anything tomorrow afternoon and you want to hear some really, really good folk music played on the auto harp, go to Ivan Stiles' page at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 1 o'clock Central, 11 Pacific, and I think it's like 8 o'clock GMT. And he just did his 100th straight concert. Every Sunday, he plays for an hour between 2 to 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And you don't want to miss it. If you're hanging around or whatever, give him a listen. He's great. Let's see here. Here is a song that was I don't know who wrote it. Sebastian Weinerd first recorded it. Johnny Cash covered it too. And it's called When Uncle Bill Quit Dope. Now Uncle Bill was my brother's mother, a tall and lanky man. But somewhere back in Uncle Bill's life, he took to sniffing cocaine. I'd find him out in the backyard, sitting against a tree. His eyes bugged out in a cocaine stare and his mind in a cocaine dream. Well, one fall day when Uncle Bill was having a cocaine fit, he said, "Louise, this coke's no good and I made up my mind to quit. Now you take this key and I'll go upstairs and then you lock the door. And Lord, I swear I'll stay up there till I don't want dope no more." Well, he stomped the floor and he beat the door and he mourned a mournful cry. When the last cocaine went through his brain, we thought he'd surely die. He yelled and he cussed and he fell on the floor and we almost gave up hope. As long as I live, I won't forget when Uncle Bill quit dope. Well, for the first few hours we heard not a sound. Upstairs was quiet and still. And then all of a sudden we heard a shriek of pain from Uncle Bill. He bounced out of bed and across the room I heard him break a chair. And then another scream louder than the first as he ripped out a hunk of his hair. My mother kissed us all that evening as brother and I laid in bed. We wondered if poor old Uncle Bill was dying or already dead. But all night long we listened to him as he raved and pleaded and called. And I swear I heard his fingernails tearing paper off the walls. Well, he stomped the floor and he beat the door and he mourned a mournful cry. When the last cocaine went through his brain, we thought he'd surely die. He yelled and he cussed and he fell on the floor and we almost gave up hope. As long as I live, I won't forget when Uncle Bill quit dope. After 14 days and nights of hell, it grew quiet overhead. And I peered past Mother as she unlocked the door, expecting to find him dead. But to my surprise, there was Uncle Bill, as shiny as a brand new dollar. His hair was combed and his beard was gone, and he'd grown 2 inches taller. And his old blue suit and his patent shoes, he was quite a sight to see. The light was back in his deep blue eyes as he turned to Mother and me. He said, "Louise, I've been through hell and I nearly went insane. But I finally kicked that devil's habit. I beat that demon cocaine." He stomped the floor and he beat the door and he mourned a mournful cry. When the last cocaine went through his brain, we thought he'd surely die. He screamed and he hollered and he fell on the floor and we almost gave up hope. As As long as I live, I won't forget when Uncle Bill quit dope. As long as I live, I won't forget when Uncle Bill quit dope.
Wow. Ivan said, thanks for the plug with a heart.
You're welcome, Ivan.
And Ziggy said, Ivan's concert is at 7 p.m. GMT
7 p.m. GMT.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's-
Ziggy, thank you.
equals 1900 UTC plus 0. I know because it's at 8 p.m., which equals 2000 UTC plus 1, my time. Small face.
Right. Thank you, Ziggy. Thank you for setting us
Yes.
straight on that. Ivan has an international audience, too.
Yes.
All right, Philippa, if you're still there, I hope you are. Here's your song. I don't know who wrote this. I wouldn't bet against somebody like Don Bowman. He recorded it first on his Our Man in Trouble album in 1962 or 3. And then Jim Stafford had a hit with it in the 70s. It's called Wildwood Weed.
There you go. Flip said, yeah, I'm here.
Good.
Okay, here we go.
That'll give me extra energy.
Yes.
The stuff grew wild in our yard back home. We never gave it much thought. Just as weeds or some kind of flowers, didn't know what it was called. Then one day I was standing there talking, reached down for a weed to chew on. Things got fuzzy, then they got blurred, and then everybody was gone. When I would come to, my brother was there, and he asked me what was wrong with my eyes. I told him his glasses from chewing them weeds. He figured he'd give it a try. Spent the rest of the day and all that night just looking for my brother Bill. Then we seen him sitting there singing, naked on top the windmill. Next day we picked a big bunch of them weeds, put them in the sun to dry. Then we cleaned them, mashed them up, smoked them in a corncob pipe. We noticed something missing from the yard one day, knew somebody'd been in our crop. For a man who never smiled at all, Paul was sure giggling a lot. Well, it wasn't long till the word got round, people was coming from miles. They always got there scrapping and quarreling, but when they left, there's all smiles. It is real easy to find our place, all you have to do is follow the smoke. For 50 miles, any direction, never met such friendly, happy folks. Of course, all good things gotta come to an end. It is the same with our ways. Some guy from Washington dropped by one day. He turned white as a sheet. Well, he burned and he dug and he dug and he burned and he killed all our cute little weeds. Drove away, we just smiled and waved, sitting there on that sack of seeds.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. That is the Don Bowman version. That differs significantly from the Jim Stafford version. Jim did some talking parts and all in that, but that's
Hearts going up.
Thank you. That's the first recorded version that I could find. That's the earliest version. Here's the last one by Chief Greenbud 420. We did this a couple of shows ago, and it's called Grandma's Getting Into Grandpa's Ganja. Grandma's getting into Grandpa's ganja, smoked a little bit of his marijuana. Things just haven't been the same. She just sits around the kitchen, special brownies she's baking. Use the last ounce of Grandpa's Jamaican. But the grandkids don't complain. They don't complain. When I was just a kid, I'd visit on the farm. One morning I followed Grandpa and hid behind the barn. He milked the cows and slopped the hogs. His poor muscles ached, his poor muscles ached. Then I saw him pulling out a bowl Grandpa liked to wake and bake. Just about that time, my grandma stumbled in. Caught him smoking on that bowl. I thought it'd be the end. Then he passed it to her. He caught me by surprise. But I guess that would explain why Grandma's always got bloodshot eyes. Grandma's getting into Grandpa's ganja, smoked a little bit of his marijuana. Things just haven't been the same. She just sits around the kitchen, special brownie she's baking, uses the last ounce of Grandpa's Jamaican. But the grandkids don't complain, they don't complain. Grandma's getting into Grandpa's ganja, smoked a little bit of his marijuana. Things just haven't been the same. She just sits around the kitchen, special brownie she's baking, use the last ounce of Grandpa's Jamaican. But the grandkids don't complain. You'll never hear me complain.
Oh, that's a good one.
We got 2 to go. If y'all won't do them, we were late.
Well, we're at 3:23.
Okay, we're about 8 minutes over. Where are we here?
Ivan Styles, thumbs up. Yeah.
Thank
Ziggy,
you.
Today I realized what seemingly interesting experiences I've missed since I never smoked anything. But I don't think I'll start in my old days. Yes, do 'em, Teresa said.
Not if you're by yourself.
Right.
Okay? If you ever do decide to do it, and I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but don't do it alone, especially the first couple times. Not that it'll hurt you bad. You know, nobody's ever gone permanently insane from it or anything. But the best experience when you smoke for your first time is to be around other folks. And any of your other aspiring dopers out there.
Yeah.
Where are we here? I'm going to do this anyway. This, I don't know who wrote it. It was originally recorded by a group called Cat Mother and the All Night Newsboys. They had a hit or two, but they weren't real famous. But this is called Strike a Match and Light Another. In the first days of this country, when the buffaloes roamed the land, all the saddle tramps and cowboys used to roll their own by hand. Well, they'd swing up to the saddle on their ass or on their horse, and they'd recite a little ditty that it went like this, of course. When your feet are in the stirrup and your ass is on the ground, knows the grass that he's been eating.
Yeah, I can't sing in that key either. I'm sorry. I thought I had it.
When your feet are in the stirrups and your ass is on the ground, 'cause the grass that he's been eating is the finest stuff around. Well, let us not remember, boys, and let us not forget. Strike a match and light another marijuana cigarette. Let's see. Well, now you've heard of evil, and you've heard of misery, and you heard of Richard Nixon, but you haven't heard of me. You may think they go together, and you may think that they do not, but there's one thing you'll be thinking once you started smoking pot. When your feet are in the stirrups and your ass is on the ground, for the grass that he's been eating is the finest stuff around. Oh, let us not remember, boys, and let us not forget. Strike a match and light another marijuana cigarette. You can smoke. Okay. Well, you can smoke it, you can eat it, you can mix it with your beer. You can hang it on the wall and you can hang it in your ear. And if you've got the notion and if he's got the class, you can shove it in your feed bag and feed it to your ass. When your feet are in the stirrups and your ass is on the ground, 'cause the grass that he's been eating is the finest stuff around. Well, let us not remember, boys, and let us not forget. Strike a match and light another marijuana cigarette. Yeah, strike a match and light another marijuana cigarette.
Yeah.
Nice.
Debbie Lane is here. Hello.
Hey, Debbie.
Good to be here.
Ha! Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm so glad you came.
And Ivan says, don't need to smoke it anymore. Our dispensary has capsules, tinctures, edibles, etc.
It must be wonderful to be legal.
Yeah. And Felix said, for some people, being stoned and singing all night long is just a family tradition.
That's true.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Okay.
Felix, if you'll come by next week, heck, we might have to have an all request. Leave a comment if there's a song we've done in the past, 56 shows that you'd like to hear.
Yeah.
Leave a comment at the end of this post, and by along about Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, we'll gather them all up, and we'll see if we've got enough. Otherwise, we'll just add them to the beginning of the program, and I won't have to learn so many new songs.
There you go.
Give me some songs. Anyway, yeah. All right, folks. This is a parody of a song that Jimmy Buffett recorded. Bob Rivers wrote and performed the parody, and it's called Marijuanaville. Rolling my homegrown, smoking a big bomb. Look at that ganja covered with oil. Using my tweezers, got pot in the freezer. Made a new pipe out of aluminum foil. Wasted away again in Marijuanaville. Searching for my roach clip on a rope, on a rope, on a rope, on a rope. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's all this damn dope. Don't know the reason I stayed here all season. Maybe that tie stick was a little too strong. But I got a real beauty, a Colombian doobie, and soon I'll be up and on my way along. Wasted away again in Marijuanaville, searching for my roach clip on a rope, on a rope, on a rope, on a rope. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's all this damn dope. I blew out my bong pipe, ran out of Bud Light, but I found some stash I had hidden at home. Put it into a blender, and soon it will render these little fudge brownies that help me get stoned. Wasted away again in Marijuanaville, searching for my roach clip on a rope, on a rope, on a rope, on a rope. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know that it's all this damn dope. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know that it's all this damn dope.
Nice.
I like that.
And let's see, what have I got here? Ivan said also Cocaine Blues, done by Dave Van, is it Ronk? And Ziggy said, parroting Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. And yes,
Yep.
that's exactly what that was.
Yeah, Cocaine Blue was done earlier in the show, Ivan.
Oh, that's right, we did do that.
Yeah, we did it. Thanks for telling me who actually wrote it, because I didn't know.
I wrote it down.
Johnny Cash covered it, and someone else covered it, and I just covered it without permission, so we'll
Amber said, love the parody.
see. Thanks, Amber. Nice of you to stay with us.
Yes.
I really, really appreciate your help. Amber's the one who shares this post out to all the groups that I've joined.
Yes. She's our daughter. And
She's our daughter and our tech person.
tech person, yes.
She was building PCs and installing Windows 95 when she was, what, 10? 8 or 10 years old?
Yeah.
And I gave her like $25 for every one of them we did because I was in the business. I mean, she was the richest. She had more money than any of her friends or peers, that's for sure. And now she does the same thing for our public library, keeps their computers and stuff together and books cataloged, and she shares us to the AutoHarp groups and everybody else.
Which we so appreciate.
We really appreciate you, Amber, and thanks for hanging around with us. If you like what you heard and you'd like to help us out, we'd really appreciate it if you could put something in our virtual tip jar. The information is at the bottom of the screen. autoharp.down.home@gmail.com is the PayPal address. And you have your generous contributions have allowed me to go to MLAG.
Yes.
To the Mountain Laurel Auto Harp Gathering. I never would have made it without y'all, and I just can't thank you enough for making that possible, because otherwise I would have been absent at my own release party.
Can't have that. For the CD, for those who came
for
in
the
late,
CD, yeah. We have a new CD out. It will be out on June the 12th.
It's called Forever Friends, and it's about dogs.
Yep. But if you could drop $1 or $2 in our tip jar, we'd really appreciate it. And if you can't, we're all going to be friends, and we're all going to be back here in a couple of weeks. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you. Well, now it's time to say goodbye to George and all his kin. We'd sure like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back real soon to this locality and to have a heaping helping of our hospitality. Home style, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now here. By the way, I meant to mention, if you will follow or like this page, you will get invitations. That's about all we put on the page. But if you like or follow AutoHarp Down Home on Facebook, you'll be apprised of every one of them. The next one is going to be 2 weeks from Saturday. Cannot wait to see you then.